Well, today we're going to talk about how to get a high FICO score and to have money to spend the rest of your life, step by step. There's been a lot of talk about the new score. There's been a lot of talk about this stuff, but there hasn't been much talk about setting up a comprehensive game plan. There hasn't been a lot of talk about the things that you need to do for long-term economic stability. Once again, long-term economic stability. You have many people who are looking for a quick fix, a way out of a jam. Essentially, they don't want a long-term solution. And you want to know why they don't want a long-term solution? Because long-term solutions demand judicious and good choices for many, many years. They want to be able to act a fool, to be reckless and irresponsible, and still somehow be good enough to be able to finance a car, to be good enough to get a piece of a house, to be good enough to get that cell phone plan. This stuff is silly. This is crazy. Now, what I have up here is my Chase account. You see that zero balance because it's the first of the month, and you see 550 in savings and 1,025 in checking. There's a lot of talk about this ultra FICO score, and people are freaking out. You know why they're freaking out? Because they're not ready. This is why they're freaking out. If you're in good standing, you're not freaking out. And there's three buckets to why someone is going to be watching a video about credit. First bucket, they have bad credit. That's the first bucket. Have bad credit and seeking solutions on how to fix those woes, those credit card woes. The second bucket, people who want to teach credit repair so they can make some money. And the third bucket are people who have intellectual curiosity about credit. The biggest bucket is bad credit. The second bucket, which is kind of big because once someone goes through credit repair and they learn how to do it, they then in turn want to teach others so they can make money. Now, there are many people out here who are doing some things that they're waving their sword. They're creating all of these distractions so they can get attention, they can get shine. They're not really trying to help anybody. All right. So what I'm going to do here is give you what you need. I'm not giving you what you want. I'm giving you what you need, and you need the truth. You need to stabilize, because what's the title of this stream? How to get a high FICO score and have money to spend for the rest of your life, step by step. This is not going to be something you're going to do in a week. This is not something you're going to be able to do in a month. This is not something that you're going to be able to do in a year. It's going to take a few years of judicious choices. And once again, I don't expect to get a lot of views on this stream because I'm talking about practical applications. I am talking about real stuff. I am talking about people who are trying to come up. I'm talking about people who understand. I'm really talking about that 5%. When I gave away my courses for free, 5% took advantage. They weren't looking for, hey, could you talk to me? Hey, I need to see your Bentley. I need to see your jet. These people are like, you know what? This dude sounds like he knows what he's talking about. This sounds like he knows what's going on. I'm going to listen to him. I'm going to take these free courses and I'm going to apply them. And the results have been miraculous. So with that, because we're about to get into something else, some asswipe reported me to my text notification company and my account was canceled because he clicked on, once again, he clicked on one of the to Disruptive Mail, which goes to the site. I have nude girls and stuff, and he said it was a porn site. It's not a porn site. So based upon that, they canceled my account, and that's why you're not getting those text notifications. And it's cool because I will get another company and I'll reset. But it shows you why these people are where they are. And I think I know who it is too, because he made something in the comments. Why are you sending me to a porn site? And it's like, it's not a porn site, you dumbass. But once again, this is a person who's a demo person. If I can't get what I want, I'm gonna tear it down. See, when you're dealing with someone who wants a lot, because there was a problem with the free book download, which is fixed now, and he was going on and on. He left like 4 or 5 comments. And see, when someone acts that desperate, when someone is that pressed, they're dangerous. And that's what he did. So, like I said, I'm not going to just go out and get another one because the list had gotten pretty big. So I got to shop around. So there will be no text notifications for a minute, which means you're going to have to open up your emails. I know, hardship. But part of this thing that is, here's the thing with the text notifications. Due to this thing with all the cell companies, now this is something else too. Credit, you cannot send through text notification through Verizon, Sprint. No financial stuff can be in these text alerts. I didn't know that. So I actually did do that. And that's what they found. See, he reported me for the porn. They looked at my account and they found that. Yep. So just to be clear. And this is a good lesson this is what happens to business owners. You always got people out there who are trying to bring you down, who are trying to cause disruption, who are trying to cause problems. But once again, go below, get the free books, and go through them 10 to 15 times. Because what I'm going to do is give you the tools to the castle. I'm going to give you the secrets to how to get a high FICO score and have money to spend the rest of your life step by step. So we're about to do that. Now, once again, you see, I practice what I preach, because what I am doing is getting ready for the Ultra FICO. You need to have a checking account that's brand new, so there will never be an issue. I'm not touching that money. I'm just leaving it there, and I'm going to leave that credit card. I'm going to stop using that credit card, and I'm going to switch my spend to my American Express, because I booked a flight today. So I have no more points left, and I got a lot of points on the American Express. So I'm going to build that up. But this card's about to be a sock drawer card because of the new Ultra FICO. Once again, I practice what I preach. I'm not just saying this for y'all. I'm saying this for me, because if it works the way that I think it's work, I'm going to get me a 50, 60 point boost. That's going to move me well into the 800s. But part of this thing that you got to do, let's see, get out of that. All right. You have got to start practicing proper money managements with the money you make right now. You got to start doing that. This is mandatory. This is not optional. You got to clean up your act. You got to really start handling your business. So this is how you get a high FICO score and have money spent for the rest of your life. Go below, get the free books. I'm not going to send you a bill. And actually work on that material hard as you can. What you're going to have to do, and many people, because there's actually more than 4 books, and a lot of people haven't said anything about that, but you're going to have to pick one thing. If it's the Craigslist thing, the resale, pick one thing and try it for 90 days. You might be a resale person. You might be a YouTube person. You never know until you try. And one of the things that we have that is so crazy is we got people don't want to try nothing. It's like, well, if I tried it, it goes bad, I'm going to look bad. So On Disruptive Mail, I have a video podcast where I failed over and over and over. Fail 100 times in 1 year. Get over yourself, because if you're not failing, you're not going to succeed. The more failure you have, the more success you will have. Because there's some people, it's like, I don't want people who fail. And if you look at the people who are saying this stuff, they fail so many times, but they don't call it failure. They reframe it for themselves and call it failure for other people. Pick something and work on it hard as you can for 6 months. And don't say, I'm going to do this for a week, or I'm going to do this for a month just to see. No, make a commitment. When I started this YouTube channel, I had made a 2-year commitment to myself. It's like, for 2 years, 24 months, I'm going to work as hard as I can. And my goal within those 2 years is to make $50,000. 2 years, not a week, not a few weeks, not a month, 2 years, because that's a big enough time frame for a proper data sample. Many of you could be doing wonderful things. You could be making crazy money if you would stick with something longer than a few weeks or a few months. There are many of you who are on the path to being a millionaire, but you quit because you, due to hustler porn, didn't feel that you were moving fast enough. So you felt there was something wrong with you. You felt that there was something not right with what you're doing. So you just quit and you moved to the hustler porn side, the dark side. Then you started something else and that didn't pan out. Then you started something else and that didn't pan out. And then you started something else and that didn't pan out. So now you're in a position where you now have a habit of starting something and not finishing it. That is a bad habit to have. So, number one, how to get a high FICO score and have money to spend for the rest of your life, you must rid yourself of that bad habit. If you get nothing else out of this live stream, if you can rid yourself of this bad habit, you will set your life on fire. Because I was talking to a friend and we were talking about success, and he has failed so many times. He has a jet. He doesn't have like a Gulfstream, but he's got a jet over here off whatever this airport is over by Shamley. It's like, I think it costs like 6 mil. And in the world of jets, that's really a small jet. So before he got that jet, the year before he got that jet, he was about to give up because it had gotten that bad. Don't give up. Now we're going to talk about some framework here, because I have a lot of people who are saying, hey, how do I get your courses? I intentionally made it where you could not buy courses. And this is why I get people who will come in, they'll see a course, they'll say, hey, credit. And they will ask me questions before they will buy. And it's, once again, I have thousands of people who have been successful from this information on this channel. You see them in the comments, you see them people leaving, you see people referring to me. So it's not a situation of I don't know what I'm talking about. It's a situation that these people are afraid to make a mistake. So they're not going to do anything. If they're a little confused, they're not going to do nothing. And I knew that. And that's why I went ahead and hid everything and put it where you can only get in through Hustler Undergrad. And I made Hustler Undergrad really, really super, super economical. And a lot of people went to sleep and like, no. Now, Hustler Undergrad, which is because I just switched it up to Disruptive Consulting, which is $9,000 per month. I've had a ton of people who are trying to get me to sponsor stuff lately, because the YouTube channel is starting to turn around. I've had people, hey, let's have a talk. I have a few questions to ask you. I don't get paid to answer questions. I get paid to provide solutions. So all of these people who are like, I can't talk to you. I don't have the time just to get on the phone and gab about what we can potentially do together when I have a bunch of people who are buying into what we're doing. Everybody's like, hey, I need you. Let's do work on this. Let's have lunch. I'm coming in. No. Because I don't get paid to answer questions. I get paid to provide solutions, to fix problems. And the big problem that many people have is they're broke. The big problem that many people have is they don't have enough money. The big problem that people have is they've been listening to the wrong people, people who have no evidence of success or wealth. They look good on social media. That's about it. They don't have a house. And here's another thing too. Now, I'm going to step on some toes. You know why all these folks are living in Bali and Thailand and all these exotic locations? Because you can ball out on there $1,500 a month. That's why they over there. You can't make it here in America. And there's some people who have left because they're sick of America and they're expats and they're never coming back. I ain't talking about those folks. I'm talking about these folks who are in Bali throwing up videos on YouTube talking about drop shipping and stuff. They're over there because on 3 or 4 G's a month, they can ball out. They can live that millionaire lifestyle over there. That's why they're over there. I want to see next time you see someone here on YouTube talking about all this money, are they in America? Are they living in a city? Are they living in an expensive city? Say what you want about Ty Lopez, but he's legit. Say what you want about Grant Cardone, but he's legit because they're making it in America big Willie style. They're not in some foreign country hiding from whatever. So next time you're watching some hustler porn, look at the house, look at them, look at how they dress, look at, see how they do their videos. Like if you never seen them do a video around their neighborhood, you never see them do a video in multiple locations in their house, sums up. There's a few people who are minimalists and they don't need all that, but that ain't everybody. You know why? Because most people have the urge to flex. If they got it, they're going to show it. So how do we solve this problem? Because once again, I don't get paid to answer questions. I get paid to provide solutions. A lot of people have been coming up here talking about, hey, I need to talk. What course should I buy? And I already know what's going to happen. Tell you a little story. This happened shortly after I released my book 9 years ago. This guy's like, hey, I need to talk to you about the storage auction thing. Let's talk. I gave him a number. We got on the phone. I talked to this guy for 3 hours. The ebook was $19.99. $19.99 at that time. He didn't buy it. Once again, I know what you're going to do. This is why I don't talk to people, because talking to people does not put money in people's pocket. You know what put money in your pocket? Action. Doing something. Setting forth, setting goals. That what puts money. Just that puts no money in nobody's pocket. And that's why I don't do it. So I've been thinking that there's so many people that want help, legitimately want help, and there's some people who are confused. So what we're going to do? I'm going to do Hustler Undergrad Redux, and I'm going to make it affordable. Not cheap, but affordable, because I saw what the art of holding, and this is why I cut it out, because a lot of people want that information, but a lot of people are not ready for that information. For my new LLC, I'm going to build business credit. So 2 things that I'm buying that I pay for on a monthly basis is about $120. I'm going to have to spend $1,400 for a year before I'm able to use that. For many people, that's just wasting money. So a lot of people don't have the right mindset, and they don't have the financial means to prep themselves for future gains in the future. So what I'm going to do is, let me get in here. Hold on a second. If I can. All right, hold on. Let me get out of here. Here we go. Okay. Now, this is what I'm going to do, because it's just started today, because like after my text notification thing got jacked, I was pissed. I was pissed for about 2 hours because I knew exactly what happened. But Undergrad Redux is, we're going to start from the beginning, because many people, like, they come into Hustlers Kung Fu and there's so many courses. They're like, where do I start? You know what? We're going to start at the beginning. I'm going to put courses from Hustle Undergrad into Undergrad Redux, and I'm going to clean it up, and we're going to start at the beginning. Now, this is what's really cool about this. If you see this video 6 months from now, you can still sign up from H undergrad and still start at the beginning. That's technology is a wonderful thing. So if you sign up like the end of the month, you still start at the beginning. So I've got it set up that way where you can't just jump ahead and you're going to be confused. There's going to be a well-defined path for things for you to do, places where for you to start. It's $99 for 20 months. And you're going to get 30 courses. So once again, people can come in, they start at the beginning. It's going to be sane, sensible things you're going to do. I'm going to take things from H undergrad and I'm going to put these courses over here and I'm going to clean them up, add stuff, explain stuff. And it gives me the time to put this stuff here. Oh, it's 25 payments. My bad. It gives me time to put this stuff here without killing myself, because I am not hiring an assistant until I get this thing nailed down. Read the book Rework. You can get it on Amazon, and it stresses a very important part. Before you start hiring people, you need to do each job so you can properly train the people that you hired to do that job. And I agree 100%. So to use technology to expand and to leverage my time, this is what I'm going to do. So you're going to be able to get into H undergrad. You'll be able to get webinars and stuff like this, and all the webinars. I don't know. Answer me this. How many people sell a course, sell a webinar, and you only have like 60 days to get into it? This disappears. Everything that I do, you will have lifetime access. You will have lifetime access. So I don't understand why people keep asking me that question. People must be doing something else. But the first course, let's see. Make sure that I get into the right thing. All right. Oh, I should have did that. I'm going to take all of these courses, clean them up, and put them into H undergrad Redux. Some of the people who are already in H undergrad, you may want to go through this. I'll make it available for you. Understand, success takes time. There are people, that 5%, who have gotten in here and who are working hard. I got an email from someone who started with H undergrad, 90 days. He spent money for 90 days. He spent money for 3 months. He just got his hustle set up and he made $500 his first month. And he's already expecting to make a G the next month. So if you're thinking that you're going to take this and immediately start balling out, don't take it. I am not going to give you what you want, which is something fast, easy, and cheap and effective. Let me explain something to you and let me come out the frame. There are products out there that they're turnkey solutions. You buy them, they instantly work, they make a lot of money. You can't afford them. These things are not $99. They're not $1,000. They're $2,500K. I want you to really think about this. You have something that you can instantly start making a lot of money, and you're going to sell for $99. How much sense does that make? See, I provide you the blueprint so you don't have to figure stuff out yourself, but you got to bring your hustle. You got to bring your energy. You got to bring your time. You got to bring your desire. I can't make you have all that. See, I got my watershed moment. If I don't do the right things, I can end up in that boarding house again. Scares the shit out of me. You're going to have to find your own motivation. I can't give you motivation. You have to earn, build, get wherever you need to. You need to get that. And one of the first things we're going to do is mindset, because many of you have the wrong mindset. And I'm going to say it's not your fault. Parents some of you didn't even have parents. Just keep it real. Some of you who did have parents didn't have good parents. And you were not properly groomed for success. I was fortunate that I had a grandmother who was my mother, acted in the role of my mother from when I was like 0 age up to 11 years old, taught me to read, stayed at home. I didn't go to daycare. I had what Many people will consider to be a privileged upbringing to have a stay-at-home parent. Think about that. There's a lot of you out there who have kids. You want to give your kids that, and you just can't do it. You want to do it, you lose sleep. Some of you people, women, moms and dads are crying at night because you can't spend enough time with your kids. Here's the thing with that. If you start a business, it's funny how when I start talking about the product, the viewers just like, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. We get rid of the riffraff. But you're gonna have to devote 2 to 5 years to something, and you're just not gonna be able to spend a lot of time with them. This is why you need to, if you were like my daughter, I was like, you don't have no kids. This is your time to build. It's just you. And I'm always in the ear. You need to build. You need to do something. I don't know. I was like, okay, you mess around and have kids before you figure out what your thing is. You think your life is going to be hard? Well, times that times two. I ain't going to let you fall, but I am not going to be a babysitter and they'll not be making me a grandfather because you don't want to do the right thing. Don't do it. And I'm always in their ear about that. But part of success is preparation. You must prepare because see, you go ahead and you get a budget, you get the 5 checking accounts. That right there alone is going to set you on the path to a high FICO score. What is a FICO score? It is an algorithm that predicts if you're going to be late. Once you already late, you're tagged for a long time. You are tagged. So how does one not be late? One has good money management skills. That's how one doesn't be late. Like, once again, I'm about to show it here. This is what you got to do. You got to be able to let money sit somewhere. And I'll be honest with you, there ain't a lot of money. That's just the money, so I don't have to pay a fee on that account. Well, I mean, once again, if you are a veteran, you got your DD 214, Chase will hook you up. Chase will hook you up for free on your personal accounts and your business accounts. Now, you got many people out here who let's talk about the ultra FICO. People are bugging out because they ain't ready. All you have to do is start a new checking account and don't use it. Be able to stack money in there like this. I'm not using that. And what I mean don't use it is this is me being broke. And what I mean is, and this is a game I learned. Those are my limits. Like once I get to this limit, I can't spend any more money. So I will use that. I'll put more money in there. But once, if I got 2,000 in my checking account and I spend 920, 975, I'm done. That's how you're going to build this high FICO. This is how you're going to have the great credit. This is how you're going to have money for the rest of your life. It starts with developing good financial habits because a lot of people went away when I started talking about responsibility, making good decisions, building businesses and hustling. Oh, yeah, I ain't got time for that. I need some of this hustler porn with your weak ass. Yeah, I said it. You weak. Because think about how long your parents had to wait until you turned out okay. Not a week, not a few months, not even a few years. They had to wait until you were 16, 17, 18 to be like, okay, I did a good job. A decade and a half building you, but somehow you want to build this financial entity that's going to get you paid, get you money in a few weeks so you can sit on your ass and not do shit. I'm going to tell you something. I want you guys to comment in the comments. How many of you have worked really hard on something? I mean, painstakingly, lost sleep, and that presentation or that sales campaign or whatever, and it worked out well. Then you went on a vacation. Was that vacation more satisfying than you just like, I'm bored, let's go to Vegas? Was that vacation that you did as a reward to yourself because you accomplished something? Was it more satisfying? Was it more peaceful? Just put that in the comments. Let me know. Let me get back in the comments real quick. because this is the thing, I want you guys to be successful, but you're not going to be successful playing these games. You're not going to be successful that I must be entertained to learn. A friend of mine, I was talking to him on the day, and he said he had to struggle through some material. And that's what mature people do. You struggle through some material. You like, I was doing this webinar, and it was a free podcast. I had to listen to it for 10 times to get all of the steps correctly. It was 10 hours of my life. A lot of you wouldn't have not even listened to this podcast for 15 minutes because you're looking for some quick, fast. Reprogram yourself. Let that quick, fast stuff go, because doing it right the first time is the quickest way, because you don't have to back up. You don't have to replan. You don't have to reset. You just keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep boom, you there. So that's one of the things that you got to do. All right. So below is the Hustler Redux undergrad, Redux undergrad. I'm gonna be selling it for 99 bucks this month, whole month. I'm not gonna change the price. It's not gonna be like, hey, the price is gonna go up in 16 hours. No, this November 6th. So from here to the 31st, I think this month has 30 days. I'm not sure, but to the end of the month, I'm gonna be selling this. And see, this is something that's messed up, because this company that for the text notification, because I went through and I thought I got rid of all of them, it's still taking people's text numbers and I can't communicate with them. This is why I did a chargeback on them. Because, I was like, hey, do I get my money back? What? Nope. Nope. All right, fine. Because a big part of success is delayed gratification. I've said this to you for years. Now, there are many people who want additional receipts. I am providing additional receipts. The video where the rich people in the land live, that shocked the shit out of me, that how that thing took off. I was like, this is the neighborhood I live in. They're like that millionaire next door bullshit. That ain't these folks around. We we don't live like that, we don't live like that. I got an Audi and a BMW next door. They got a Mercedes, a Range Rover. They got and two Audis and a Range Rover, and Mercedes. This guy over here, he has a port. There are very few domestic cars in here in this neighborhood. Most people have luxury cars. So this whole notion of scrimping and saving and not having anything, so when you are 65, you can have all this money. They ain't living like that. And once again, I've been saying I was going to do that. And some of y'all minds have been blown away. And when I said, oh yeah, there's some black folks, not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, but several black folks who live on that street with those mansions, y'all were like, what? Hoteps were turning over. Hoteps were like, "Rrr." They were so mad they looked like they were chewing spiders. Because the reality is money flows to money. And there are more and more people of color who are coming up. It's a fact. They're like not acting like, oh, there's this invisible man holding me down. No, they're going out and they're getting it. So part of this is what we're going to do together. Because once again, it's $99 for 25 months. And each month, you're going to get a new course. You're going to get webinars. Now, let's talk about this big question. Do I get to speak to you? I want to do a simple calculation. And this is why I don't speak to people. And it's not because I'm trying to be a dick. Someone sends me an email. Hey, let's have a conversation. Read that email. Depending upon the length, it's 30 seconds to a minute. Then I send an email and they send another email. So now we're up to 5 minutes. And if we start going back and forth, before you know it, 20, 30 minutes is gone. This is one person. Now multiply that times a few hundred. I would not be able to get anything done What did I say? I don't get paid to answer questions. I get paid to provide solutions. So if I'm over here, and I actually made that mistake. I actually would get on the phone, talk to people, and you know what? The majority of these people that I would acquiesce to their request to talk to them, like not they wouldn't buy. This is why they just would not buy. See, I think the people with the most questions, the people with the most fear, they're not trying to get information to say, okay, this is a good deal. They're trying to get information to prove their hypothesis that I ain't shit. That's what they're trying to do, which is a waste of my time. I'm gonna tell it to you like no one else will, because they're not doing these things. They're not running businesses. They're not talking to people. So that's the deal. So it is under this video. I'm going to put something in there tomorrow. I had a webinar scheduled tonight, but due to the text notification thing, I didn't get a chance because this dumbass, I'm like, he reported that I was doing porn, which tells me he didn't even look at the site. He just saw those nude chicks. He's like, oh, this is porn, and went off. Sexually repressed motherfucker. So this is what we're going to do. Now, I owe a lot of you to, I got to add a bunch of people because with this undergrad Redux, once we get the basics out the way, we're going to get into what I call dark G. There's one, and this is an art of holding. And once again, I am not going to give you the art of holding right out the gate. It's too powerful for you where you are, because if you are shook at spending $120 a month for a year to prep for greater money down the road, you ain't ready. This ain't me being a dick. This ain't me speaking down to people. You ain't ready. Because to properly set up your corporation for business credit, you're going to have to spend some money before you get some money. And it ain't going to be a week or two. It's going to be months or years. And a lot of people are like, whoa, wait a minute. So we're going to talk about hustles. Now, a big part of this is going to be incumbent upon you, because I can do this and I can keep all my other stuff going on. And if you've noticed that the videos have changed up a little bit, let's talk about time management. All of you should audit your activity. You should audit where your time is going. You will be surprised once you start putting a pin and you keep tracking your hours. You will be surprised at how much time you waste. So now, after the close down the group, because since the group's closed, you don't really see me on Facebook. I gained like 120 hours back. This is a good lesson. I hired 2 moderators. I was in there. I was present. I was active. And I had people who wanted to clown with all this ratchet stuff. I was talking to people. I was answering questions for free. Look what it got me. Now I got my 120 hours back. I can make more videos. I can launch this product. See, once you start tracking your time, it will blow your mind how much time you waste, how much time you lose, because you're not actively getting it. I'm serious. So I took that 120 hours that was in that Facebook group and I moved it over here to training and providing stuff for people that's going to change lives. Because once again, I'm providing you receipts. Because like I said, I just did that because I said for months I was going to do that. I am shocked at how that video has taken off. This is how I live. And for those of you who have been around for these 9 years, you've seen the trajectory. Let me say this again. 9 years. 9 years. Not a week, not a month, not a year. 9 years. And really, it really started taking off year 3. And then I had some things happen learn some lessons, but I'm not going back to that boarding house. I'm not going back. And I'm gonna keep working. I'm gonna keep providing services and stuff for the 5% for the people who want it. Because I'm gonna give you what you need, not what you want. Because what you want is something that and move it with your finger. All right. So I'm going to answer some questions. And for many of you who are asking for free trials, this is the free trial. And this is, I'll answer questions with this. I'm just going to say hello to everybody versus just going down like hello, hello. That doesn't help people who come and watch this video later. All right, ganja, short-term debt. All right, what's up, everybody? Yeah, Erica, I know. I know it's funny. You just got the YouTube church. I know, Rock and Roll Diva. Once again, I don't get problems for women. This is something I've noticed on both my channels. The majority of the hate comes from men, and I know exactly why. Let's see. All right, Jerron. Yep, I had to stop procrastinating, and that starting and stopping. It's a cycle. It's a habit, and you don't know it's a habit because you're just living your life. Live stream. This is interesting. Scott Merger. What video shows me how to make money writing? There is not a video that shows you how to make money writing. To make money writing is a process. And the first thing you need to do is write every day. It's the first step. Johnny Frome, I know. Uh, yes, Bally's a wonderful place. It's lovely from all the hustler porn videos they're putting out. It's great. But the thing is, I have a friend who lives in Thailand. Now he makes about 50K a month. He does not like America. And he is living like royalty over there. But a lot of those dudes, like you said, are just getting by. Erica Williams, thanks for the $5 super chat. Fake balling in Bali, Vietnam, Spain, and Panama. I knew a girl made it big time when she got a huge apartment in Los Angeles downtown. Yes, that's what I'd be looking at. There was one of these crypto dudes. I could just tell he was getting paid because of where he lived in Los Angeles. I know, Byron. Yeah, this is what happened. This happened today. Edward Hill, I'm enrolled in Hustler undergraduate monthly. Can I pay for the entire program at one time? All right. This is what you do, Edward. Email me at Glendon at H undergrad. I can look you up and I can set you up with a price. Erica, my father was born in Japan. Good Lord. I have a friend that's in Japan right now. It's real expensive. You know, Japan YouTubers have the highest CPM, which just means they get the most money for their ads. What's up, Douglas? Let's see. Sugar Snap, I'm with it. You're not spending money, you're investing in your future. Absolutely. Inwalk, thank you for your books. I've been able to make 10,000 in 3 months and keep on Craigslist, selling on eBay, and building a cleaning service. Hustle, hustle. See, I give you the blueprint as I end Inwalk is done. See, it ain't my stuff is too expensive. I will give you a pathway to make money. The problem is that many jokers don't want to work. That's it. There ain't, you know, it's I had Keeter on here and he said the first thing you need to do is cut the excuses. You don't want to work. You see your girl on Instagram, you know, she got the boob job, she got the hair. You see this dude, he's got the six pack. You know how many of these Instagram photos are photoshopped? And how many of these people are actually poor? Sean Anderson, it would be helpful to able to set up. Yeah, because what's going to happen is because I'm going to put this first course in there tonight. So you sign up tonight, you will have access to the first course. So let's say someone signs up next year, they start at that first course. So this is something that I can put together to help people. CR2 lives. Yes, you will. Anything you bought is yours forever and ever. The sites I use, think of if someone asked me about that. Do you like it? I use it for 2 sites, so I must like it. There's a, let's say I went away and I just like, I ain't gonna do this anymore. I could just change the domain and all that stuff will be yours forever. That's almost, let's see. No, I think you misunderstand Sean. Sean was talking about the payment, if I'm correct. All right. And when you start changing your mindset, it feels like you're not doing enough. It's a good feeling. You want more. Now, this is a very good statement because the same thing happens with women. Like right now on YouTube, there's a whole contingency of men who hate women because they can't have sex. Now, this is what's funny. Right now, go to BGS Igmore, and he put up a video about this, and I absolutely agree. The gender war is over. Women are extremely cooperative. They've been cooperative with me for years because I've reached a certain level. But you're going to start to see a new level of cooperation because everything's getting fair. Women are truly being treated as if they're equal, which is why the female prison rate is skyrocketing. Shit they used to get away with, now they're being held accountable and they're going to jail. So extreme fairness and true equality is making a lot of women go, oh, fuck this. I don't want this. No, 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 no. I just wanted all the nice stuff. I didn't want this hardship. I didn't want diabetes. I didn't want a heart attack. Yes, women who are in the position of men are suffering the same health woes. They didn't want all that. Now you're going to see shit's turning around. Yeah, I mean, I've been saying this for a while because people just do not want to accept this. Sure thing, Cashmatic. Eric Williams, they're fighting me left and right about opening new accounts. Folks do not want to add a new bank. Just leave 100 in there and because they lazy. People, I don't know what has happened socially that people just are so, they have this lack of get up and go. That's something it just, I mean, I went over there and I opened up my accounts. I was there 2 hours. That's what it takes. And this is something else too, you're going to find out. When you become a business owner, there's going to be a lot of stuff that you can't do online. You're going to have to physically go there. Like this house had to go down, not had to go down to the Atlanta Water Authority. There's just stuff that you need team and people around. Oh yeah, I am going to be watching this voting tonight like crazy just to see what it's about. Let's see. More satisfying, more satisfied. Yeah. You got folks who just go on a vacation because they're bored and they've not had to work for it, so it doesn't feel as good. Johnny, when I flip coins, silver and gold, I make enough to pay 1 month in a nice hotel in Latin America. It's nice and feels good and better than working a job. Oh man. Camille Williams, trust me, time will fly if you just be consistent and stick with whatever you're building. True. Now, Sugar Snap, first of all, there is a fundamental truth. Now, I study what people make. So I know where most of America is. And there's a lot of good people, hardworking people who make 28 to 32 grand a year, and they just don't have it. There's a group of people who do have it. That's why I have the special consulting for business owners. It's 9,000 a month. They have it, but most folks don't. So once again, I am still trying to help people. And I'm gonna be honest with you, and I'm gonna give you stuff that works. But once again, you gotta work. You gotta work. It ain't like I bought this course. Where's my wealth? No, no. Erica Williams, folks being the now rich folks live nice houses, lots of space between their house and the neighbor's house. Absolutely. I think the millionaire next door, and socially it makes sense because everyone's heard this story about the ham in the pan. And if you've not heard it, I'm gonna tell you. It was this lady and her daughter's like, Mom, why do you cut off both of the ends of the ham before you put it in the pan? And she said, I just saw my mother do it. So she went to her mother and she said, Hey, Mom, why'd you do that? She said, Well, I saw my mother do it. And then they go to the home and they visit great grandma. And she's like, Oh, I cut the ends off because the pan was too little. She did it for practical reasons, but people who came after her just did it because they saw her do it without realizing the context of why she was doing it. This is why we have so many false narratives because people don't go under the skin. They just kind of hear something like, okay, I'm good. If they like it. Now, if they don't like it, they're going to challenge it all day long. But if they like how it sounds, they're going to go with it. And there's something very pleasing about be the millionaire next door. Don't flex. Don't flash. Be low key, undercover, making moves in silence. There's a group of guys around here that have Corvettes, and it's a club. They all live in the neighborhood. And here in Georgia, there's this thing called Caffeine and Octane, which is at Perimeter Mall, I think the first Sunday of the month. And when I go for my walk, I see 12 tricked out Corvettes zooming down the road. They're coming out of this neighborhood. A Corvette is not a Ford. A Corvette is not a sedan. A Corvette is a very impractical car, and they have them. Because, and also for where the rich people in the land, that's just the first one. I'm going to do what's called Long Island Drive. I'm going to do Mount Perrin. I'm going to do West. I'm going to do about 4 or 5 of them. That's just one. That's the old money over there. That's what was built first because of going down Northside Drive to the Coca-Cola headquarters. That neighborhood was built by Coke executives. I'm going to start showing you some of the new money. It's going to blow your mind because those houses are nice and lovely. Oh, it gets better. Barfield, Glendon, no, you didn't pay for the art of holding. You actually got into Disruptive Mail Game 105, and I said I would add the art of holding. Let's talk to you. Now, I want to stop this silly shit of signing up for something and not doing it. You did not pay for the art of holding. You paid for Disruptive Mail Game 105. That's what you paid for. And I said, being a good person, that I would add you to the art of holding. That's what happened. See, look at this statement, Barfield. And I'm serious. If you want to refund, fine, no problem. You didn't pay for the art of holding. You paid for Game 105. And which tells me, based upon how you put this question in here, you ain't even going to do Game 105. See, this is why I stopped the art of holding because there's a bunch of people, you ain't ready for it. You just ain't ready for it. And you got people who want to do big boy stuff while they still sucking on a pacifier. Thank you. Oh, yeah. I mean, this is the reality of it. Because the art of holding, I'm putting a lot of stuff in there. And people just, they're not ready for it because they haven't done the basics. It's like you're trying to bench 400 pounds before you can bench 225. Where does that work? That doesn't work out. And I'm going to be rough and rugged with you guys. I'm not going to be your friendly instructor because that ain't going to help you be successful. I tried that. What they got me was a jacked up email list. What they got me was a bunch of people who have listened to the message like Barfield. You did not pay for the art of holding. That was something that was going to be added optionally. That's what I'm talking about. And this is why I'm having this stream. This is why I'm going through stuff, telling you what you're going to get. Because I have a lot of people, and I feel that, unfortunately, there ain't that many people, and I think a lot of people, because I've taken a long time. I have. And they're probably going to get a refund. Fine, cool. I don't care. Because we're going to set this shit right. If I only going to work with the 5%, that means that I got to grow the 5%, which means I got to talk to more people, put out more stream. Fine, we going to do that because people are not listening, and you need to listen and you need to follow directions. And I'm about to get very ego fucking testicle here. You ain't fucking me. I came on YouTube, no experience with YouTube, but 10 fucking years of business experience out there in the real world, talking to real customers, selling real shit. And I made $1 million in my third year on YouTube with like less than 5,000 or 6,000 subscribers. That is fucking talent. And if you could duplicate that shit, good luck. You ain't me. So you need to know where you live, know where you are in the eco chain. You are a student and I am the fucking teacher. And if you think that we peers, throw up some receipts. Let me see your $1 million house. Let me see your paid off luxury cars. Let me see that your credit card that you got no balance. Let's see that shit. That's very easy to provide. See, I know the numbers. I know that most of this country doesn't have $2,000 in the bank. Cash money. I know this. So stop the madness. I am the lead dog, not because I say so, because I've earned the fucking right. And if you don't want to respect your teacher, then you need to go find another teacher because I ain't having that shit. I'm going to start correcting people. I'm going to start checking people because what I did when I closed down my office is I have no debt except for this house. I can live on fucking $4,000 a month. That's called getting ready for the recession. This is why I don't carry any debt. This is why I could talk cash shit to people. This is why folks want to get a refund because, oh, he talked to me that way. Fine, fuck you. See, I want you to be able to be in this position. I want you to have fuck you money. I want you to be able to speak your mind, be who you are. Not like I can't say shit on social media because I may lose my job and shit. I know, Juwan. Ultra FICO is BS. If banks wanted to give out loans to people with no poor credit, they would ask for bank statements on a case by case, as they've been doing it for years. Superstar Customs has been listening to the G. They've been doing this shit for years. They've been doing this shit for years. Like I said, this is going to hurt more people than it's going to help because they're not doing the right thing with their money right now. It ain't going to change. Hotep's down 1,000 deaths. Queen Ebony, how do you know what type of business to start? Well, you experiment. See, and this is a good question, and I'm not trying to be mean to you. I don't know you. I don't know your talents. I don't know your proclivities. I don't know your habits. So I can say, hey, maybe you should go build spaceships. And you're like, well, I'm not an engineer. I didn't know that. So it is incumbent on you to use the Google machine, which is Google, and start researching stuff. Take an evening and write down 10 or 15 things that you want to do and go explore and experiment. That's what I did. It ain't gonna be easy. Let's see. All right, hold on. Good Lord, that jump. All right, Douglas Jones. Ben Israel, when are you going to do the selling course? When I get to it. Once again, I'm gonna give you what you need, not what you want. There's a foundation. Everybody's gonna get a good foundation. And you know what the first foundation is? Getting these 5 checking accounts, getting a budget, and handling the money that you make right now well. That's it. All right. Jonathan, they don't count that. What do you mean, Jonathan? And when I first started on YouTube, the hate was so thick you could cut it with a knife. You could shoot it with a machine gun. This ain't nothing. And once again, I've been homeless. I lived in the hood with crackheads. You think a few keyboard warriors who live in their mama's basement or their daddy's garage gonna hurt? Man, let me tell you something. I did a video on Disruptive Mail where I actually showed myself with my shirt off I didn't show the belly because I still got to lose a belly, but people were shocked at how fucking big I am. There's all these dudes like, if we met face to face, I have met a few people face to face. And there was one who said some shit. And I looked at him. I said, say that shit now. He was 6 inches shorter than me. 6 inches. And he had shit. I was like, yeah, I thought. And I was talking cash shit. I was like, look, what you gonna say now? We face to face, motherfucker. You ain't hiding behind your keyboard like a little bitch. Go ahead and say that shit. When I go out in public, I'm usually the biggest motherfucker anywhere I go. It is rare that someone is bigger than me. This is what's funny because people see me sitting down and like, yeah, he just talking shit. Once again, I'm gonna be showing receipts. You can go to Disruptive Mail and see how fucking big I am. All these dudes like, yeah, get these hands. I'm like, bitch, you didn't grow up in the era where people fought. I grew up where you had to fight and you couldn't go run to your mommy or your daddy. They be like, did you fight back? No. Get your ass out there and go handle your business. Stand up for your fucking self. That's how I grew up. I didn't grow up in this weak little, all these dudes talking about, yeah, we meet in person. Yeah, right. 89 Dr. Funk, you got to watch this over again. I got a hater and they canceled the text notification account. Sugar Snap, women appreciate money differently. Yes, they do. I know, Flow Master. Absolutely, Josco. Ike, you need to get in the course. Al Franken, you don't have to buy the books. You can go below and get them for free. All right, Domain K. Justin Henry, it's crazy that I personally know Instagram models with 10 to 100K followers who are broke. How you broke with that big of an audience? I'm going to tell you. The audience isn't congruent. They have a bunch of people following them for different reasons. So maybe someone's following them for the titties. Maybe someone's following them for the ass. So whenever they put something out there, their audience is segmented. So those 10,000 people may be 8 or 9 different tribes. That's why they don't make no money. Erica, bro, they hate when men say the gender war is over. The white female prison rate is skyrocketing, went up to 50%. Yeah, I remember years ago when I knew this shit was starting. I was out the cab recorder's court because I was a speeder. And this judge tore this blonde, blue-eyed. She was pretty. She was real pretty. And this judge tore her a new asshole. And I was like, he gonna talk to her like that? Oh, shit. I'm fucked. So I get up in there, and because I know how to talk legalese, I was like, Your Honor, well, this. All right, dismissed. And I was like, wait a minute. The white woman got fucked and my black ass walked. I was like, this shit's changing. And part of the reason that so many black folks don't know this is you don't participate. You listen, and this, I'm talking to my young folks. Guys, the future is bright for you. Do not listen to these old hotep motherfuckers trying to keep you in line with some bullshit narratives. If you want to be a millionaire, you can be a millionaire. If you want to start a business, you can start a business. If you want to travel the world, you can travel the world. You can do that shit. Don't listen to these old simp ass motherfuckers who like, don't you mess with your white girl. Don't you mess with no. I'm gonna tell you something. I was gonna do it on Disrupt Mail. I've had 5 white women I dated that chose me over their family. I'm gonna just let you marinate on that shit. Ike, I am not giving out this advice. See, here's the thing. When you ask me a question like that and I answer it, that's called consulting. You need to buy a course. I'm giving you shit for free below. That's where the free boat stops. Ganja, that's why I pulled away from the women bashing areas. Too much sword energy in those groups. Yep. You got women having strokes, all kinds of stuff. NC Administrative Consulting. Alpha males will have the best selection of women because women love strong providers, period. It is in the DNA. Hypergamy is a biologically programmed asset in women. You got dudes out here thinking women gonna change. Women are the same in America as they are in Britain, as they're in Australia, as they're in Japan. Women are the same. They may have a different presentation about it. Some might be nicer about it, but at the end of the day, they have the same desire to be treated like a woman and to have a strong man provide, protect. And you do that shit, gonna be beating them off. Patrick Marshall, you're right about Chase having free accounts for veterans. I don't understand why nobody talk about it except you, because they ain't doing it. See, this is one of the things, and I'm going to use a parallel. Dating. You have men who have married amazing women, and they've been married 15, 20 years, and they have this memory of how it used to be when they met their wife. So they're out here giving advice based upon that paradigm. The shit's changed. And I was talking to one, and he's like, yo, you should do that. I was like, look, I hope your wife lives a long time. I hope you'll never get married because you ain't gonna make it out here. The shit's changed. So you don't have you have people out here who are giving advice, but they're not and the fountainhead. They're not on the battlefield. They're not doing this shit. I just showed you I'm doing this shit. I'm doing this shit right now. Any advice I give you is something I am doing or have done. That's why, I don't even ask these questions. What do you think about? I don't bash nobody on YouTube by name. Actually, in my credit video, I said a lot of these guys, they know they shit. They know how to repair your credit. They do good stuff. They don't have no money. They ain't living my life. Hello, message. CR2 lives. The Bowlin and Bally crowd are influenced by the 4-hour work week. But Tim Ferriss balled out in the US first, and he was putting in consistent 80 plus hour weeks to build a solid foundation. Absolutely. Pacifier Pete and pacifier Pauline. Let's see. Go back. Good Lord. There's a lot of people in here today. All right. Good deal, Barfield. Cam, fuck you money. Seriously. Sugar Sam, sometimes I go look at nice homes just to get motivated. Game I got from my mom. There's something to that. And there are many people who do the fear. They won't do that. I used to go look at houses like this all the time. And I knew one day I'd be in one. Some people just don't think they're going to be able to do it, and they don't want to give themselves the heartbreak. Oh, Johnny From, I got that. Cam, someone I know made an investment in their business this past July and was asked to show 3 months of bank statements when he went for a loan. He had a great FICO score and income. Brace yourselves. He's telling the truth. Remember this video I did? How the guy with bad credit got $100,000 visa from Chase. They knew exactly how much money he had in his bank account. They knew what was flowing through that, and that's why they gave him that limit. Cam is on it. See, the credit industry has known for a long time that people lie about their income. They've known this, and for a long time it didn't really matter. But now they're like, we can't have another 2008. And American Express, if you monkey around with American Express will ask you for financial documents. If you don't, they will shut all your cars down. You're gonna see a lot of that. I think everyone online is taller unless fitness YouTuber. Fitness YouTuber are always shorter. Both. Tyler Brown, both. Kim, I know, man. That's how I grew up. 89 Dr. Funk. I got my 5 accounts last week, man. I wish I had done this 10 years ago. Uh, Once again, no one is giving you what I'm giving you because they're not doing what I'm doing. I don't have to throw hate. There, here's the template because I hang out with internet marketers. They find something that's good and they beat it to death. Like I would make way more money if and I wouldn't even have to lie. I just wouldn't have to say certain things. I would just have to admit I make way more money. I like being able to sleep at night. I like being able to come here year after year and talk this shit with y'all because I haven't betrayed anyone. I haven't lied to anyone. I hadn't set anyone up for the okey doke. This feels good. Jonathan Russell, when you're talking about someone who's an NBA basketball player, how they invest and how other people invest are totally different. I wouldn't even pay that any attention. Since reality, the future is bright for the ambitious. Let's see. I will agree that men are being more upfront. Several 39 to 40-year-old dudes straight up be like, I got a house, I got paid off cars, looking for long term. What's up? I'm quite pleased. Oh, raining woman, these hotel pro black groups will have you angry, frustrated, broke, without a partner, and sexless, just miserable for no damn reason. Oh man. Leo DeLeon, as a 24-year-old with my own business, I found out as I was focusing on myself and improving myself as a man, women would flock to me. I have to take a leave or approach it, and they eat that shit up. The Genesis Project, absolutely. I know Sense of Reality. Erica Williams. Oh, yes, all your banks been asking for 3-month statements. Folks just ain't out here applying for credit. QuickBooks offered me loans when I ran my bank accounts through their system. Ultra FICO is here already. It's been here. It's just now you're going to be punished if you ain't doing the right things. Can true. Amex makes you send tax returns to prove your income stated on your credit app. If they see weird activity like manufacturer spend, they will ban you if you don't comply. And manufacturer spend is people spending enough to get those bonus points and then not using the card anymore. Like this is an example. You'll have people who will pay off all their friends' bills with that Amex. They'll run like 10, 15K through that, but they only make 45K. Amex ain't a dummy. They're like, wait a minute. You only make 45K. How you run? You can do it once or twice, but you doing this month after month. Get them points, baby. Get those points. You know what's funny? The text notification service that canceled my account, I still had because most of the month left, right? And I was like, do I get a refund? No response. So I did a chargeback. And Chase actually asked me, it's like, are any of these points, any of the charges were points? And I said no, because what Chase does is the points that I earned last month. Well, the points that I earned last month, let's see. The statement cut the 19th. So those points, I'm not going to get them until next month. So that didn't include the point. But she did ask me about those points. I agree, Cam. Oh, yeah. Check score, banks, accounts, checking your FICO scores too. They getting. I knew the game was over when they started asking for tax records for mortgages. Now, then they got away from this because there's some banks who've always done subprime mortgages. They don't care. That's their business, just like subprime car loans and subprime credit cards. Oh, also, I put together a list. Just go to the beginning of the channel page, and it's all about these credit videos because there will be some more. I'll find another one. It's just I gotta because all right, the text service thing, it's a cost to it, okay? And due to some changes, that some stuff I learned for Fit Summit, my text notification list damn near doubled in a month. So that was good. But now I got to find the appropriate pricing and stuff like that, because I expect it to grow again once I start it. Pretty much. All right. How long have I been chatting? Yeah. The live streams, and this is something that someone told me at Vid Summit, that live streams don't do as well as regular videos. And I'm beginning to see that. See, someone told me that. And I said, you know what? Instead of going like, I've had live streams do 20, 30. Listen. And I've had several videos. They didn't die anymore. They still going. So if you're going to do YouTube, you want to do a copious amount of regular videos, because live streams will typically tap out at a certain level unless you put a little money on them. All right, so I'm getting ready to go. I got to eat. Once again, for those of you who are in that 5%, Hustler Redux will be me adding courses from Hustler Undergrad, one per month, and adding a little extra stuff so you can start at the beginning. And if you don't get in on this round, if let's say you buy in December, you'll still get to start at the beginning, because a lot of people get in there and they're like, whoa, where do I start? It's overwhelming. So that's it. All right. So go below, get your free books. And if you're ready, get Hustler Redux. It will be for $99 for 25 months, this whole month. So you got plenty of time. The days to 6. You got 24, 25 more days to get in. So with that, I'll see you guys later. There will be, I don't think I did a video for Disruptive Mail. Like that whole text notification thing, it threw a wrinkle in my day. It really did, because I was on the phone talking to people for like 4 hours, and I was like, okay, this is going to take a minute. But with that, I'll see you guys later. Be sure to get your free books. I am out. See you guys.